Well, hello friends and welcome back to my channel. I'm Renee. We are making a beautiful Italian pasta salad today. And I'm also going to make hot wings. And I'm going to do some of these for the freezer too. So I got 2 big packs of wings. And I'm going to tell you, you can buy chicken wings and the drumettes and all that already cut and ready for the oven or your oil, however you choose to make them. But the best budget-friendly way to make these is to just buy the whole chicken wings. They're all attached and cut them down yourself. And that's what I'll show you. I'm going to do that. And this part, you can save these. I put them in my little garbage bowl. You can save them for your broth. And see, those are nice. They're cut. You got the flat piece and the drumette. Those are going right there. So you take your wing and you have all of it there. In between here, where the wingette and the flat meet, you take and cut it right at that joint, and it cuts right in two. Then you're going to take right up here, I always take the flat part, and you're just going to cut that right down into the joint, and there's your pieces, and there's your scrap. Here we go. We'll try this one. Okay, we'll do one more. So you got your wingette, your drumette, your flat piece, and your wingtip. Right here's your joint. So you're going to go right down in the middle here, right at that joint, and cut that in half. Now you're going to take your wingtip, same thing, right there, right into the joint. And there's your 2 pieces. Beautiful. I'll show you how I do this. You take right here, just cut right between the bone. They're pretty easy to cut. Put that. You can leave them whole like this and cut them, but if you want the good bar style wings, you're going to want to cut them in half. And it's easy to do. Just get it right between, right at the joint. So I'll do one more. You're going to take this and cut it right at the joint. It comes right off. You're going to just slide your knife right down here, right at the joint, and it cuts them right in half. That simple. And it saves you quite a few bucks. So let me get off here, and after the break, we will be back, and we'll go ahead and we'll finish up these wings. Okay, friends, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to put half of my rotini in here. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in here. And I'm also going to salt this. Remember, the only time you can really season your pasta is when you're cooking it. I like to bring it back to a boil, and then I just put the lid on it and shut it off. So once that starts to boil again, which it's not going to take long, you can see it's working on it now. I'm going to let it come to a good boil, then I'm going to shut it off, and I just let the heat from the water cook this. There we go. It's boiling good. Off it goes. It's going to boil, or it's going to cook in that water for about 7-8 minutes, and it'll be done beautifully. Okay, friends, you see we got all these beautiful chicken pieces cut up. So what we're going to do, because I'm baking mine. Now you can fry yours, but I'm baking mine. So I'm pouring a little olive oil in there. And of course I'm going to do salt and pepper on mine. Beautiful. And I'm also going to do a little bit of garlic. Just a little bit. Maybe about a good teaspoon. All right, now I'm just going to get my hands dirty because I want all this mixed up and coated really good. I want to make sure all these pieces are coated nicely. Now, if you were going to fry these in oil, you may want to dust them with a little bit of cornstarch, or you can even use baking powder or flour. Just a light dusting is all it will need before you drop it in the oil. All right, those are all coated very well. We're going to lay these out here. And I got 2 trays because I don't want them real crowded. I want them to crisp up real nice. Okay, there's one. And we got the other one right there. All right. This is perfect. These are going to go in a 400-degree oven for about 50 to 60 minutes. You want them nice, done completely through, but you want them crispy. Okay, friends, our pasta is all done, and I'm going to put it in our bowl. Beautiful. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut up my onion. I'm just going to chop this up fairly small. There we go. I don't think I'm going to need any more than that. That's going to be a plenty. Okay. Now, I've got hard salami here. And I'm just going to cut this into little strips. And break this up in there. It'll break up as we stir it up too. You could also use pepperoni, but I'm just going to use the salami, and I think maybe just a few more pieces is all we'll need. There we go. We'll just break that all up into there. Beautiful. Now, I'm going to do my tomatoes in nice little slices. I just want these sliced up. And I'm sure there's a hack to slice them all at once, but I'm not trying it. So we'll just put these in little slices. These are wonderful. I get the little Wild Wonder tomatoes. I love them. You can cut them in half too if you want. But I'm going to slice these. I'm just going to put a few more in. And then we can move on to our peppers. Okay. Maybe a couple more. We love tomatoes anyway, so that one's little. Okay, now we got that. I'm going to stick that in there. I've got peppers left over. I'm also going to put these in there too. I've got peppers left over from pizza day on Saturday. So I'm just going to take a little handful of these and just chop these up because they're the little ones. So this just needs to be just go through them, fine chop. And that's it. And then we can mix this up and see if we're going to need anything else in this. I am going to put salt in here. And I'm going to put pepper in here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm using the Zesty Italian. So I'm just going to shake that up. Open this up. And I'm just going to pour some in here. About half of this. There we go. Now we'll just start mixing this up. This is wonderful. Look how beautiful that is. I don't think we're going to need much anything else in there. That looks pretty good, friends. See that? That's gorgeous. I'm going to put parsley in here too. I might need to put a little more of that sauce in. We're going to give this a little taste and see. That is good. That needs more. I'm putting it all in there. That's good. That's wonderful. Needs a little more pepper too. Doesn't need any more salt. And just season it to taste. It's fabulous. All right, let me give this one more try. Rinse my spoon off. Friends, that's wonderful. Beautiful. And that little bit of salami in there is wonderful. All right. There we have it. Isn't that gorgeous? We're going to put the lid on this because this is done. This is going in the fridge. And then we can work on our hot sauce. Okay, friends. We're going to work on our hot sauce. We're going to do equal parts of butter, and I'm using the Frank's red hot sauce. So we want equal parts of that. And if you butter pretty much, how do I say this? The butter is going to tone down the heat. Any fat will tone down the heat. So we're going to go ahead and put that in there. And then to that, we're going to add 1 cup of this hot sauce. Okay. We're going to do 1 cup of this hot sauce. Beautiful. And we're just going to let that melt. We're going to put a little bit of pepper in there. And we're going to put 2 teaspoons of brown sugar in it. All right. Now we're just going to let that go and let that melt and mix together. And those flavors will marry together. It'll be wonderful. So it's just going to take a second for that to get melted. Okay, friends, see that beautiful sauce is all done. It's gorgeous. I'll take a little taste of it. That's wonderful. Oh my, okay, we're going to shut that off. Now we can get our chicken wings coated. Okay, friends, our chicken is all done and it's beautiful. And we're going to get it all put in back into our bowl because then we're going to coat it. Oops, that one fell apart on me. This stuff turns out wonderful. And I've got my other one here. Okay, friends, we're going to get this all into this bowl so we can get these coated with that beautiful sauce that we put together. Look at those. Gorgeous. All right. So now we got this beautiful hot sauce. And we're going to put it all in here. And make sure you scrape it all out. Okay, so we can get this all coated. Look at those. Those are gorgeous. And they smell wonderful. Okay, now with mine, I like a little blue cheese with mine. So I'm going to put a little blue cheese on mine. Just a little bit. These are beautiful, friends. Take a look how beautiful that is, friends. And when the rest of these cool, when these are completely cooled, I can put them in Ziploc bags and put them in the freezer, and they're ready to go. You can reheat them in your air fryer. You can reheat them in your oven. I would not recommend a microwave because they'll be soggy and just disgusting. It's best to put them in the oven and or the air fryer. We're going to try these. These are messy, but I bet they're just delicious. We're going to dump that in a little bit of ooh, look at that. That is wonderful. It has got a nice heat to it, and it's got a little bit of sweetness. You can taste that little bit of sweetness in there. This stuff is wonderful, and this is the last thing you ever want to eat on camera, but we're going to try this. You're going to love these. Lip smacking good, friends. Okay, let me clean up my mess. I'm going to finish eating my little bit of wings, let these cool off, and then we'll get them packaged and we'll go over what we've done. Okay, friends, we're going to go ahead. I'm just going to pack these in these Rubbermaid containers, and then I can put them in the freezer that way. These are nice. So I'm just going to divide them between the two. I was going to put it in a Ziploc bag, but I think this would be a lot easier, you know. So we'll get them in here, and then we'll divide the juice amongst the two. These are so good. I really thoroughly enjoyed mine. Mr. Wayna won't eat any of these. He'd have heartburn for a month, but that's all right. My neighbor and I eat them. Perfect fit. Look at that. Okay. We've got one more that can go in there. There we go. I am going to scrape this bowl. I don't want to miss anything on here. I don't want to waste anything. Beautiful. Look at that. Okay. All you have to do with these, friends, put them in the freezer just the way they are. Take them out of your freezer, put them in your fridge overnight, and when they're all thawed out, you just put them right back on a tray and put them in the oven, or you can put them in your air fryer, let them heat up real nice, and pour what's left of the juice over the top of them. Wonderful. So we did these. These are beautiful. And we got this beautiful pasta salad. And it would go together well with the two of them. Our pasta salad turned out nice too. Take a look. Gorgeous. So that's it for today, friends. We didn't do a whole lot. I just wanted to put some hot wings in the freezer, and I wanted to make some pasta salad. That way we have a little nibbly through the week, and we got some nice freezer meals for the freezer. You all have a wonderful day. I'll put the recipe for these in the description box. I'll see you in the next video, friends. And as always, thanks for watching.